Well, hello there again. You know, I'm a little bit disturbed because I guess I've seen that ad that the ASPCA plays on TV a lot about all them poor puppy dogs and doggies out there that nobody is fed. They don't have any water and it's so hot and they're just trying to make it for one more day, and them people talk with them, oh, so sad voices. It's just so terrible, all this stuff. Well, you know, I hear that ad too that says 1 child in 8 in the United States goes hungry. Yeah, I've seen that. And I got a lady friend that suffers from diabetes, and she had trouble in the night. When she sleeps at night, her whatever they call that thing will drop way down below 40. I forget what they tell me. But anyway, and she can't get one of them automatic feeders because she's on state assisted somehow. I don't know. I don't pay attention to other people's business. Now, that's one of them things. Got another old fella that was a friend of mine. Oh, he was in his 80s, but he went and they just gave him, he had a problem, and instead of taking care of it, they gave him some cheap help and kind of put a Band-Aid on it. And he come home for one night from someplace. Next day he had all kinds of problems, couldn't control his bowels and everything else, so they hauled him off. Well, he just went and died. And there are all kinds of them people. I look around, and we got these people sending money to Ukraine. They're talking about billions of dollars to Ukraine. We got these people soliciting illegal immigrants to come across the border in the United States and get some of the milk and honey that's flowing here. You know, and that milk and honey is getting a little bit short. And the whole thing just bothered me. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about that preamble to the Constitution of the United States, where we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, and all that, it goes down, provide for the peace and security somehow, and general welfare. Well, I've said before, that general welfare don't mean nothing like old Woodrow Wilson and FDR and Johnson and all these guys, Biden and Obama and all the Bushes and everything else mean. It don't mean the general welfare is a welfare state run by the communists or the fascists or whatever other type tyrants they wish to be called. This socialism is soft tyranny. Well, you know, that thing I say about I don't pay attention, keep my nose in my neighbors' and friends' business. When I was a kid, my mother taught me, if you was minding your own business, you wouldn't have time to be minding my business. And you know, when I sit and look, that's the whole thing about the United States and all these people out here running around, all these so-called U.S. citizens that are in everybody's business. We got no business having troops in foreign countries. No, that's a bunch of BS, male bovine feces that they're feeding people. Well, we got to keep the peace for us to be safe at home. We got to have all it. No, that ain't right. And I tell you, there's some tough people out here that can prove to you, just by being nice, you don't have to be the bully to make people want to not attack you. You have to gain their respect. You have to allow them their own space. Think about your neighbors and your own kids and your own relatives and that. If you allow them their space. That thing about we hold these truths to be self-evident, that people have unalienable rights, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness and all that good stuff. Well, if they want to have an abortion, it's their choice. It's not yours. If you're a Christian, I don't know about these others, about the followers of Islam and some of this other stuff, but Christianity totally teaches, if anybody ever listens to anything except them money jockeys they got on TV and stuff, it totally teaches in the scriptures that you're supposed to have faith, hope, and charity. Charity means helping other people. Now that Christ guy said, I want you to love people, love others as I have loved you. Now that means do stuff for them. I don't have to like somebody to love them the way Christ said. No. If they need help, I help them. If they're hungry, I give them something to eat. That's Christ-like love. Now, all these things they do with this money, they're spending all these billions and trillions of dollars overseas in all these other countries. And the only reason is for corporations to make billions of dollars. Because it's the corporations over there. But we got troops in all these places protect. That's why that dude that we hunted for years, that we taught how to fight in Afghanistan, when we shouldn't have had the nose in that business. That's one reason he didn't like the United States, is because we had our nose in everybody's business, telling everybody what to do. Them guys like that bunch over there in Afghanistan that took over again after Biden pulled us out with such great honor and everything. Yeah, they took back over after all them years of fighting, and they're doing the same thing. Girls can't go to school, all this other stuff. So what was the purpose? Why do we have soldiers over there getting killed and maimed? Why can't the government take care of our veterans that have war damage? That ain't right. It shouldn't be. You guys shouldn't be asking for all these $19 a month for this thing for our veterans and for that thing for our veterans and everything. We shouldn't have all them veterans because they should never have been there. Vietnam, Korea, we never should have been there. Think about it. If you had your nose in your own business instead of in other people's business, because it wasn't to keep the peace, it was to make the big bucks. Well, I've kind of rambled on. I got a little off because I am a Christian. I love my God. And if people want to read and study and learn what actually Jesus Christ is all about, that's one thing. But all this stuff about we got to protect these people, no, we don't. Now that Creator gave us each and every person our rights to do as we choose. Now, if we want to protect children, there's some movie out got everybody all upset over all this child trafficking. Well, why aren't we spending money protecting children in the United States, keeping children from coming from outside the United States to be trafficked, or stop people that would steal children or whatever, or have babies just to sell them and take care of them in this country? You know, This is the United States of America. This ain't some third world Asian country with a history of thousands of years. This ain't Russia. This ain't Budapest. This ain't one of them countries down in the middle and side Africa, Ethiopia, or that, where people are having problems. Now, we ain't going to solve them. We just make them worse. So why don't we take care of our own problems? That's all I got to say today. I wish people would listen, but I know they won't. So may God bless you anyway. Thanks for listening if you did. I hope you would. See you again.